to know how you can create a single shopper view quickly? Are you interested in knowing how to personalize marketing interactions easily and also view real-time inventory reliably at the same time? Hi, I'm Hemacha Sunkara and I'm a customer success technical architect here at MuleSoft. Today in this Friends of Max video, we will be demonstrating how the MuleSoft Accelerator for Retail can help you create a single source of truth and synchronize your critical data across all the relevant systems. Let's get started. In this video, we will be demonstrating how the MuleSoft Accelerator for Retail can help you create a single source of truth and synchronize your critical data across all the relevant systems. We all know that many retail organizations have customer profile data scattered across a number of systems. Adding master data management capabilities can help, but it is only part of the solution. In order to help the customers address the issue, MuleSoft has come up with the MuleSoft Accelerators. Now, let us look into MuleSoft Accelerator. Accelerators are a collection of technical assets, predominantly API specifications and implementation templates and documentation to accelerate the implementation of multiple use cases supporting a larger business and/or industry problem. Accelerators are designed as modular building blocks. Customers can change the patterns, mappings, and endpoints to suit their needs. They represent the best practices we recommend to customers in accomplishing critical business use cases. Customers will save hours of discovery, design, development, and testing each time they use an accelerator asset. Now, we shall discuss the accelerator that is built specifically for retail customers to help them solve their most pressing integration challenges. What is the MuleSoft Accelerator for Retail? MuleSoft Accelerator for Retail includes pre-built APIs, connectors, integration templates, and reference architecture to enable retail IT teams to jumpstart digital transformation initiatives. Retail accelerators make it faster and easier for every retailer to unlock data and unleash the power of a unified view with APIs and integrations. Also, the companies can synchronize customers, sales order, product, and inventory data faster. Let us look into some of the other benefits of using MuleSoft Retail Accelerator. With the help of retail accelerators, you can create a single shopper view quickly by synchronizing customers, sales, and product data from ERP, OMS, PIM, commerce, data lakes, and other systems with pre-built APIs and templates. Not only that, you can also personalize marketing interactions easily by unifying customer profile information with proven best practices to execute personalized messaging and promotions across both marketing and commerce platforms. Also, you can view real-time inventory reliably by integrating sales order and product information in real time to improve customer and employee user experiences and eliminate manual employee reporting. But how are we different than any other packaged integration solutions? In comparison to other solutions, the MuleSoft accelerators are unparalleled in their compatibility with Salesforce, while also offering additional services and educational support to ensure customer success. Typical integration solutions often take an endpoints-based approach to designing templates and connectors. MuleSoft's differentiator is in using APIs to unlock information in a way that modularizes the crucial steps needed within each integration. Now let us discuss about pricing. To use the MuleSoft Accelerator for Retail, you must be a current MuleSoft customer or a licensed MuleSoft partner. Accelerators are provided to MuleSoft customers at no additional cost. In the next slide, let us talk about where you can find these assets to download and use within your organization. Now let us see where you can find the assets to download and use for your digital transformation initiatives. Let's head over to Anypoint Exchange, MuleSoft's marketplace for API and integration assets, and take a closer look at the solution. Please log into your Anypoint platform and from the home page, click on the Anypoint Exchange. As many of you might already know, Anypoint Exchange is the marketplace of connectors, templates, examples, and APIs. You can discover and use the pre-built assets from the MuleSoft ecosystem or use Exchange to save, share, and reuse internal best practices. Once you are on the Anypoint Exchange page, on the left-hand side, you can find a tab called Provided by MuleSoft. Please click on it. And in the search bar, please type MuleSoft Accelerator for Retail and click on Enter. Now you can find the Retail Accelerator result popped up below the search bar. Click on it to see the MuleSoft Accelerator for Retail Exchange page, which includes the pre-built APIs, connectors, integration templates, and reference architecture to enable retail IT teams to jumpstart your digital transformation initiatives. In the same page, you can find different use cases which can be leveraged using the pre-built assets, in which we shall discuss two use cases in particular: sales order sync and real-time inventory management. To learn more, please visit the MuleSoft Accelerator for Retail landing page on Anypoint Exchange and explore the available assets. Now let me pass it to my colleague Kavya to walk us through the use cases in detail.
Hi everyone, my name is Kavya Monica Joshila and I am a customer success technical consultant here at MuleSoft, and I am a friend of Max. In today's video, I will be demonstrating how to install and build a simple orders use case using MuleSoft Accelerator for Retail. Let me walk you through today's use case, Sales Order Sync. Sales Order Sync will enable retail developers to create and update sales orders across relevant backends. As you can see on this Exchange page, the Accelerator asserts provides out-of-the-box integration across Salesforce Commerce Cloud, Service Cloud, SAP HANA, and an OMS system. You can easily download these asserts and configure them to connect to your organization system endpoint. However, we recognize that not all organizations have these exact same systems. Hence, we have built all the Accelerator assets with a modular and API-first design that will enable you to change and extend these asserts to the system of your choice. In this demo, I will show you how I am using multiple assets from the Accelerator and extending them to suit systems in my ecosystem. For example, in my system landscape, I am using Shopify as the e-commerce platform and have a MySQL database in the backend. Let us first visualize the integration using an API-led diagram. Here, you can see a 3-layer architecture consisting of experience, process, and system API. In the experience layer, you will see Shopify Commerce Experience API, which has been extended from the Accelerator for Retail's B2C Commerce Experience API. This Experience API is designed to run both in real-time and batch processing based on the business requirements. Additionally, this API is responsible for publishing incoming orders to Anypoint MQ. Next, moving on to the process layer, you will see Orders Process API, which acts as a subscriber to the Anypoint MQ and performs business logic to process order. For example, it has a built-in logic to check if an incoming order is new or existing. If it's new, it will create a record for that order in the downstream system. If it is an existing order, then it will update an existing order record with the most up-to-date information or required order status. Lastly, on the system layer, in this demo, we will visualize a simple MySQL database operating as an order management system. However, in reality, you can use Accelerator system APIs ranging from commerce to service, OMS and ERP systems for your business needs. Now that we have a good understanding of our architecture design, let us first check out what pre-built templates are already available that I can use to increase my time to market. On the Accelerator for Retail page, we can see that there are multiple assets available. For this use case, the most relevant assets are MDM System API for SQL database, Order Process API in process layer, and B2C Commerce Experience API. The implementation template is the code which we can import to our Anypoint Studio with some slight required modifications. The API specification is the RAML of the API. Here, under the Experience API, we have the endpoints, customers, ping, orders, products, and inventory. For today's use case, we will use the endpoint orders. Let's look at the implementation template of System API. In the implementation template, under deployment page, we have a detailed documentation of what properties are required to change when we download, import, and run the application. I have already downloaded and imported the code to my studio. Like mentioned earlier, I have downloaded the B2C Commerce Experience API, MDM System API, and Orders Process API. If I go to the MDM System API, as mentioned under the deployment page, under SRC main resources, config, I have configured the details of my MySQL database and made the similar changes to Experience and Process APIs. In the Experience API, we have a cron scheduler which runs daily at 7 am. We also have an HTTP endpoint to run the application real-time via any testing tool. For today's demo, let's use Postman. The Experience API makes REST call to Shopify API to get all the orders and then publish the data to Anypoint MQ. If any error, the message is sent to error MQ. Let us look at the Process API. We have the Anypoint MQ subscribe connector as listener for Process API. Once the request comes in, we are going to iterate over the array of orders. In the orders sync MDM update flow, we will look up if the customer who placed the order at Shopify is present in the customer table. If not, the Process API calls the System API to insert the customer details into the customer table. After the customer details are inserted, using orders sync MDM order lookup flow, we will check if the order is present in the database. If the order exists, we are going to update the order. If the order is not present, the Process API calls System API to insert the new order details into the database. Once the request comes to System API, since we have already validated if we are going to update or insert the incoming order, based on the operation, we are going to insert the order details into the database using a stored procedure. Let's go ahead and test the use case. I have already deployed all the three APIs, the Experience, Process, and the System API to Cloud Hub. The reason my Process API is in undeployed state because I want to show you the messages in the queue before the Process API picks up the messages and process them. Let us run the Shopify API from Postman to get all orders. So this is the call to get all orders from the Shopify. Currently, we have 2 orders placed via Shopify with order ID ending with 099 and 315. In our SQL database, we already have these 2 orders inserted into the orders table. We already have the orders with order ID ending with 099 and 315 inserted in the database. Now let's go ahead and place a new order from our Shopify website. So here is our front-end Shopify website and there are some few products. Let's go ahead and place an order. I'm going to place an order of travel backpack with quantity 1 buy it now. And I'm going to select the shipping method as economy, continue to payment. Since it's an POC, it's not a real store, so that is why we see this notification. That is fine. Let's provide the card details. My order is being processed and I have successfully placed the order. So my order number is 1003. So now let's go ahead and run the get all orders from Shopify. We have a new order ID ending with 8083. So now we have a total of 3 orders. The Experience API has a cron scheduler which runs daily at 7 a.m. But for this demo purpose, we also have a HTTP call where we can manually invoke the API. So this is my Accelerator Experience API and I'll be sending an empty body. Once I hit this, the Experience API should be able to call Shopify and get all orders and publishing the message into the Anypoint MQ. In my Cloud Hub, under Anypoint MQ, I have the RCG order update retail queue. So here, once I go to the message browser and get messages, I should be able to see my new order here. It says 8083. So the new order is here. It's an array of 3 different orders. Now let's go ahead and start our process API. So the reason I stopped the process API is once I start the process API, the message should be consumed by the application. So to show the message in the Anypoint MQ, I have stopped the process API. So let me go ahead and start the API. My application is deploying. Let's go ahead and place another order. So we'll have total of 4 orders in our database. I will give a new email ID, which means I should have a new customer in my customer details. Okay, continue to shipping. Do standard. So now if you can see, I have placed another order. Let's go and invoke our Experience API. Okay. Now, if we go to our Anypoint MQ, we should see 2 messages. So that means our Experience API is successfully sending the message to Anypoint MQ. So once our process API is up, it should be able to pick up the messages from the queue. If I refresh this, I should not see any messages. Yes, we have 0 messages. That's good. So once the requests come to the process API, since they are new order details, it should forward to the system API and the system API should insert the details into the SQL database. So if I go to my SQL database, this was our previous data in our orders table. Let's again run. As you can see, we have the new orders 8083 and 131 inserted into the orders table, order number 1003 and 1004. And we also added a new customer. Let's go ahead and check. As you can see, we have a new customer which is inserted into the customer table. Even though we used separate systems than what is provided in the RCG Accelerator, we were able to achieve our requirements with some minor modifications to the code. Similarly, MuleSoft has provided accelerators for retail, financial services, SAP, Salesforce Cloud, healthcare, life sciences, manufacturing, and many more. These accelerators make integrations faster and easier for IT teams. Even though our assets are pre-built, they can still be extended and changed to meet your unique business needs. Ultimately, our IT customers will be able to deliver projects 3 times faster using these MuleSoft accelerators. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed learning about accelerators for retail. See you in the next Friends of Max video.